Hey everyone, Woonster here. Now that beta's over, we're kind of going into the what's next phase of Classic Maple here. And a couple things I just want to go over today is I want to look at kind of what we need as improvements, what we want versus what we need, the direction they're going to go in. Obviously, Maple back in the day, they kind of screwed us going further into modern Maple and what it is today, but um, I do like a couple of the things they added, like citizenship. That was a really cool thing. The thing I like about citizenship is it gives you that extra kind of content to strive for instead of just endlessly grinding. Like you're grinding for something other than leveling. You're going for discounts in the shop or potentially a house in the future to where you can, get furniture and decorate and stuff. And that's kind of a separate progression path, and I like that. Now, in terms of the dailies and weeklies, I think the direction that they're wanting to head towards is um, having a daily and a weekly and making it so that people don't log in and they get bored of just grinding. They have something else to kind of keep their mind off of it. The path that I want it to go down to, and this is just all my opinion, is I hope they make it to where there are dailies and there are weeklies, but they're not required to progress. So I don't want to have to do something in order to gain an advantage over other people. I'd like it to be a more do it if you want to, and here's your benefits of doing it if you want to. Say like discounts and stuff. It's kind of a gray area in terms of what they want as rewards handed out. Um, I'd say the next thing is definitely like how are they going to make their money off this game? And I think the way they're going to make their money obviously is they have to sell next in cash, right? And so it has to be worth. And that brings me into the idea of obviously like pets are a big deal because, you know, in modern Maple they have vac pets, but I do not think that's a great idea because that makes it completely unfair. But I think the direction they should head into is more of a cosmetic or quality of life additions into the game. Now, they don't necessarily have to copy everything they've done in the past, right? Maybe they come up with new stuff. But the things I'm thinking of is like auto HP pots, auto MP pots, or, that's for pets. But like, what if they introduce something like Gachapon? Now, I'm not saying Gachapon like you get crazy equipment or you get anything like that, but like you get the chairs, you get necks and hats, or you get something that kind of is a random thing to where you can like gamble with it in a way. I know Gachapon in the past has given out like high tier loot, and I don't think that should be in the game because I don't think you should pay money to get something that's super advantaged over other people that are grinding for the drops or whatever. Because then people that have a lot of money are just gonna drop their credit card in there. So I think as long as they keep it to like chairs, necks and equipment, or like something that's just not godly overpowered like Silbies or Ilbies, or something to where you have to grind hours upon hours to even possibly get one drop. So keep the scrolls out of there, keep the equipment out of there, make it more of like a cosmetic or a quality of life thing versus a overpowered equipment sort of deal. Um, Now, next, everybody's wondering about the release. When's the release? When's the release? I personally think they're going to be releasing it soon. Nah, I'm kidding. Um, with the way it sounds, it's going to be very, very soon. And I've looked into it, and honestly, I think it's going to be within the next couple weeks. I think with the way they've been talking, it's going to be complete the bug fixes and push the game out. I think now is probably the perfect window to push the game out because they're not releasing Third Job, they're not releasing Orbis or Elnath. They're pushing it out to where that'll come at a later time. And I think that's a good thing. And I think that now is probably the time to do it because nobody's going to get to 70 overnight. Nobody's going to get to 70 within a week, I don't think. Maybe they will, I don't know. But if they release now, after the hype is there and it's kind of starting to dry out, they release Third Job, they release Orbis. Everybody has their opportunity to say, hey, Orbis is back in, or Third Job is back in, time to grind again. And that just reels people back in for another couple months. And then at that point, I mean, God, 70 to 120, I can only imagine how long that's going to take. And then they have that much time to be able to push fourth job out, push Zakum out, do all that stuff. And I think just right now is the perfect window. If they don't do it right now, they're going to have to wait, or they're going to get killed over releases of other games like GTA 6 or something. So I think now's the perfect window before MapleCon. I think with the in-game exclusive items they're giving people at MapleCon for Classic World, they're going to require characters. And here's another thing. They say, oh, but that's for modern Maple, with the character needs to be addressed with your ticket or something. It doesn't say exclusively global modern Maple Story. It says your character has to be tied by August 27th. Now, yeah, they may be implying modern global Maple Story, but I think that they're implying both. I think they're going to push out this game in the next couple weeks, and you'll be required to make an account in Classic, and you're going to have to tie that to your ticket or whatever you do if you go to MapleCon to get that stuff. Now, what I think they're going to do at MapleCon is I think that they are going to show a roadmap of what's ahead. I think they're working on other stuff besides third job right now, and I think that they're really strongly working on maybe pushing out another map that we haven't ever seen before, like the I'm gonna butcher the name, the Forgotten something, like the super cool LNL themed new maps that they pushed out. And I think that that's the direction that they're going to be going to in the future, is creating new content that has never been seen before, but it's not going to be bright colors, crazy bosses, everything. It's going to stay in the classic realm like they did with this new map that they pushed out. So yeah, and then so I think the game is going to release very, very soon. Like Edgewell said, but I think it'll be before August 27th. I really do. You know, you can bash me for it. It's just I'm very hopeful. I'm really excited. I want it to happen. So another thing is chat censorship. I've seen so many sentences censored that do not have a single negative word in it. So I think there should just be a toggle on it, or maybe if you have to put your age in order for that toggle to be on or off. However it works, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think chat censors should be a thing that's optional. I've heard people talk about weapon defense and how it's kind of useless, and I think that they do need to rework that a little bit. I definitely, as a warrior or a mage or someone that's struggling for pots, you just constantly get hit, and with that weapon defense being useless, no matter what you wear, you're going to be using a lot of HP pots. So that needs to be addressed as well. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing that I'm thinking of. Third job, they're taking care of the cooldowns. They did it in the last day of beta, so don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I think in the next video here, I'll be talking about kind of the classes and what they should improve on or what they shouldn't improve on, what they should keep, like HS for priests, who knows. But thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you watching. If you have any feedback, be sure to comment, or if you have anything that you kind of disagree or agree with me on, that's totally fine. Just throw in the comments and I'll respond to you. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See ya.